Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm sick. I have a cold, I think. I don't have any fever. I don't have anything like that. Uh, I tested negative, so it, it's something. Congestion, all that sort of stuff. Which doesn't bother me too much. Like, I know some people. So, when I get feeling like this, it doesn't affect me mentally. I know some people say they can't think or whatever. Like, I don't have that problem. What I have, the thing that I can deal with stuffiness, I can deal with blowing my nose, I can deal with all the stuff that comes with feeling crappy, except for the sinus pressure behind my eyes. When it starts putting pressure on my eyes and I have a hard time focusing my eyes, that's when I'm in the most miserable. Because I can't read, I can't play games, I can't do any of the things that I enjoy doing to occupy my time because it hurts. This light right now is really painful. Uh, and that's the part that drives me absolutely bonkers. So I just end up I have my headphones and I just listen to stuff. Thankfully, I have some decent podcasts, which some people have recently. I found a few um, narrative podcast. They like role playing podcasts. Some people have suggested some various role playing podcasts for the couple of games I've picked up, like Blades in the Dark and Dungeon World. Found a couple of good role playing podcasts for those guys, and I've been listening to them. They're not good. It's there. I found one that was pretty okay, and it was a one-on-one session. But listening to other people play role-playing games is the exact opposite of entertaining for me. I get it that a lot of people very much enjoy things like Critical Role and that sort of stuff, but for me, it's hard to follow, especially when you can't watch. Just listening, it's hard to follow. Uh, I don't necessarily enjoy Zoom, or streaming games because I find that there's not as much there's not as much interaction. You miss a lot of that kind of in person, like nodding, like just you don't need to talk kind of interaction. And so, like for me, I've never been a person who enjoys watching other people play games. I know a lot of my friends who are serious about things like WoW or League of Legends or Hearthstone or Magic Arena, whatever. Like, I know they watch other people play these games, and I don't enjoy that at all. Uh, and so, listening to other people role play, the edited shows I appreciate. So, I guess what I'm asking you is do you have any recommendations for edited role play shows? I don't. Listening to people banter at a table and come up with ideas. Like, okay, there's a series on YouTube from one of the creators of Dungeon World. He did like 3 or 4 years in a row at Gen Con. He did a panel session that was like a 3 hour panel where he did a one shot in Dungeon World. And I listened to it because I wanted to get a perspective, but on how he handles it. But what you realize is when you're listening to these things is in a 3 hour role playing session, very little happens. Story wise, it's not like there's intense amount. There just very little happens because so much of the time is spent talking outside of the game, talking about I want to try this, I want to do that, whatever. That nothing there's not a lot that can happen in a short time frame, and listening to that is not enjoyable to me. Participating in it is. It's like playing golf. Like watching somebody else play golf is one of the most boring things I've ever done in my life. But playing it, it's a very different experience, right? Because you're there and you get to experience the thrills and all that sort of stuff. And I think there's something magical about a group of people around a table collectively creating fiction together, that when you're a part of it, it's really exciting, really entertaining. Your jokes are hitting, your ideas are hitting, you know, you're collectively coming up with cool things. To listen to other people do it, it's just kind of eh. And especially when it's not live and in person, when it's over the Zoom, people are talking over each other because they're not aware of, there's no body language to say, I'm going to talk next, you're going to, whatever. And it just becomes this muddled mess. And so it's a struggle. But I have found a few, I don't remember any of their names. There's some other narrative podcasts that I do listen to, like the Lovecraft investigations. If you haven't heard of the Lovecraft investigations, if you like Lovecraft, and if you like crime drama podcasts, this series from the BBC, it's very well produced. They put together, they strung together a bunch of different Lovecraft stories as if this like investigative team was investigating these Lovecraft stories. And it's very well done. It's very, very well done. That I liked listening to. But yeah, I'm asking because I can't see. And it drives me crazy when I can't see and I need something entertaining to listen to. So let me know if you have any recommendations. Put it in the comments. I'm going to go lay back down. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know sound smart is surfeit. It is a noun meaning having too much of a good thing, especially generous servings of food and drink. A surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing in the stomach brings. William Shakespeare. Surfeit. S-U-R-F-E-I-T. That's what the pronunciation guide says. I don't like the word. It's not a very good word, but whatever. Was that one of those Shakespeare inventions?